What's good, gunners? It's the Black Gun Guy. Welcome to the Black Gun Guy channel, where it's all about guns all the time. Today, again, we're continuing on this Learn to Shoot series, and this is what our fourth installment. So we're trucking right along, and you'll be a great shooter in no time as long as you watch all of these videos and learn all about your stance, grip, sight alignment. And today we're going to be talking about sight picture. All right, so again, if you haven't seen those previous videos, make sure you go check those out. Um, and I'll put it all together in the Learn to Shoot playlist. And we'll just continue on with that today. So sight picture. Sight picture kind of goes hand in hand with sight alignment. So we talked about aligning your sights. And again, we're talking about iron sights and not optics. Maybe after I complete this series, I'll do a optic sort of sight alignment, sight picture video. But right now we're talking about what you typically get when you open up your box and you get that brand new firearm. Out of the box, you typically have iron sights, right? They look like this, which we talked about in the sight alignment video, right? So now we're talking about your sight picture. So part of your sight picture is the sight alignment, right? So you should have that equal height, equal light, which we talked about in sight alignment. And again, if you didn't see that, go check it out. Um, so having that good sight alignment, and then now we're going to add in the target when we are talking about our sight picture. So when we get on target, what you need to know about sight picture and with iron sights is that you want to be what's called front sight focused, right? So front sight focused. When you're dealing with iron sights, you need to be front sight focused. And what does that mean? Exactly what it sounds like. It means that the crux or core of your focus should be on that front sight, right? Now, one of the four cardinal safety rules, obviously, is know your target area and what is beyond it, right? So we're not totally neglecting or negating the target when we say front sight focus. What we mean is that you want to focus on putting that front sight directly center mass of your target, right? So what that means is when I'm aimed in and I'm looking through my rear sights at my front sight, I want to focus on my front sight and put my front sight on the target where I intend for my rounds to go. All right. So again, looking through the rear sight at the front sight where I intend for the rounds to go. Through, focusing on the front sight where I intend for the rounds to go. All right. So I see my target through it, but the way it was described to me when I learned is that it's almost like your rear sights and your target are blurry and your front sight should be in focus. So again, focusing on that front sight through the rear sight is going to help you to ensure that your rounds are impacting the target in the area that you intend for them to impact. All right, so as always, I have a handy dandy diagram to help us illustrate this. So if you look here, you can see that what we mean by front sight focus. All right, so in the first uh, picture image, you see a target focus, right? So that person is focused on the target and not the front sight. That's not what you want to do. The second one, also not what you want to do, is focusing intently on those rear sights. All right, so now you see the front sight and the target both look sort of blurry. This last one is what you want to do. All right, so the final image there is putting that sight alignment together, and then getting that front sight on target, center mass, and then focusing your vision on that front sight. All right, so the front sight should be clear while your rear sight and target are blurry. All right, so that's an illustration of what we mean about front sight focus. Uh, with good sight alignment and sight picture, when you place that front sight on your target area, the round should be going where you intend for them to impact. All right, we talked about stance and grip. If you have something off with those things, that could affect where your rounds are going. If you have issues with your trigger, which we'll talk about in a future video, then that can impact impact where the rounds are going. So there are still other factors, but again, watch all of these videos. We're going to put it all together to help make you a better shooter. So you're working on your grip, your stance, sight alignment, and now your sight picture. All right, if you're putting all those things together accurately, then you should be on your way to becoming a better shooter. All right, so that's what I have for you today for sight picture. Again, if you didn't see any of the other videos, it all goes together. They all work hand in hand, so you need to go check out the rest of those. I'll have the playlist come up here for you in a moment, and also you can subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified when those new how to shoot videos drop and any other thing that we start dropping in the future. That's it. I'm the Black Gun Guy. I'm out. Peace.